As Magellan fell into darkness, the survivors faced a world that was unrecognizable. Fighting amongst the ruins of the old world, new factions arose. The Berserkers, the Clerics, the Outlaws, each with their own vision of the future. But it wasn't only the struggle for scarce old world resources that drove them, for the comet had brought something new. Elex, an element unknown to Magellan. It could fuel technology, change the evolution of life, open new abilities to those with the will to control it. For the Clerics, it drove new technological innovation. For the Outlaws, drugs to free their minds. To Berserkers, it gave the power of magic. Seduced by Elix's power, some began to consume it. Addicted, overwhelmed, most degenerated into vicious, mindless mutants. But there were some who could control their addiction. To them, at the cost of their emotions, Elex offered strength, focus, and stamina. These people called themselves the Albs. Seemingly unstoppable, the Albs have waged war on all who will stand between them and their need to obtain Elex. Advancing from the frozen wastes of Zakor and their fortress Ice Palace, the Albs threaten the future of all the factions on Magellan. Now, as Alb forces prepare their final assault, Jax, renowned Alb commander, is sent on a solo mission. One Alb, selected to change the fate of Magellan.
Jax, you've failed your mission. You know our directive. There can be only one consequence for failure.
I should be dead. I better move before they come back to finish the job. And I better find a weapon. Must have been here for days. The Elex is gone from my system. I feel weak. Think, Jax. My weapons, my armor. Did Calyx take them? No. If Calyx had seen I was still alive, he would have finished the job. It was someone else. This is Idan, enemy territory. If Calyx returns, or if the Berserkers find me, I'll be dead for sure. Old world ruins. Maybe I could find something useful in there. My skin. I look like one of the free people. There mustn't be a scrap of Elex left in my body. U3, one of my crony units.
It looks like it took a lot of damage in the crash. That's unsalvageable.
I'm wondering where crony U4 is. If it's still active, then I might find it here in Idan.
Finding that drone would be helpful. I can't repair this.
borrowing technology from the old world. That's all that's here. I'd better move on.
Here in enemy territory. What was Elex doing here so far from Zakor?
If I want answers, I need to find him. And, for that, I'll need weapons and equipment.
Evacuation sequence initiated. Remain calm and proceed to the indicated exits immediately. Follow all instructions from service personnel. Thank you for your visit to the observatory.
My jetpack. Finally, some luck. The guy that took my armor must have dropped it. Now, all I need to do is find a way out, cross kilometers of enemy territory, and find out why my brother tried to kill me. What could go wrong? Edan, the land of the Berserkers. If they recognize me, they could finish Calix's job for him.
Come on, get up. If you're gonna make a habit of attacking people without warning, you should get better at it. I heard you before you even left the ruins.
Someone tried to kill me. They stole my armor and my equipment. Then I find you here waiting to finish the job.
First you attack me, then you accuse me of being a thief and a murderer? If I wanted you dead, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Trust me. You need to apologize.
Prove you're not the thief, and I might trust you. Only facts matter, not words.
Trusting people quickly out here is as good a way to get killed as walking around without a decent weapon. Which means you just got very, very lucky. I can help you find a safe place and new equipment, if you stop trying to attack me.
Why would you help me?
That's my job. I look for people out here and help them reach Goliath. You'll be safe there.
Safe? You could be some kind of slaver. What is it you really want?
I want this war to be over. Until then, Goliath needs more people to survive, and people need a safe place to go. Well, a safer place than being out here on your own. But you're welcome to stay and risk being picked up by an Alb raiding party. Between them and the Rotboars, you won't live long. Say, you didn't see anyone else up there in the ruins, did you? You're the first person I've found this trip, and it would save me a trip up there to check.
You can save yourself the effort. There's no one up there.
Well, then you got really lucky. An Alb raider crashed a few days ago, and their scouts came through looking for it. Trust me, you don't want to run into a party of Albs. But, hey, enough talk. You need to decide what you're gonna do. I'm going back to Goliath, and you can come with me if you like. Safety, security, and you can find work to earn enough to buy equipment. If you want a chance to survive, it's the best offer you'll get. That's why I joined the Berserkers. Out here, drifting and hoping to stay alive. I knew it was only a matter of time before my luck ran out. I know joining a faction doesn't appeal to everyone, but it gave me purpose. And what have you got to lose right now? Nothing from what I can see.
I will come with you, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
Trust is earned. That goes both ways. You'd better remember that. Every choice you make adds up in this world. The way you speak to people will determine your course in life. Just take a look at yourself. No armor, no weapons, no companions. You've not exactly succeeded in life, have you? Well, all that changes today. Whatever you've done before, your life can start again. A new beginning. When the next Alb raiding party comes down from the north looking for Elex, you won't see the inside of a converter with us to protect you. Instead, you'll get a chance to prove yourself. To join us.
Why do you want to help me?
Like I said, Goliath needs people. Warriors, cultivators, hunters, storekeepers. Whatever your skills, we can find a place for you.
You'll train me and give me equipment?
If you stay, you'll have to earn your place. But be you cleric, outlaw, or alb, that's true everywhere. Sure, you'll get given orders and you'll have to follow the law, but it's not like you have things easy out here. Look, we can keep talking, but at some point, you gotta decide. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna stay here, or come with me?
Your actions and words seem to match. I will trust you. For now.
Yes, well, I'll take that as a compliment. You won't regret it. Combat, magic, if those interest you, then the Berserkers offer training to people who join their ranks. We'll make a warrior of you. We should get going. This is Rotboard territory, and you won't last long if a pack of them turn up here. Follow me to Goliath, and you can earn the Elex to buy armor and supplies. Trust me, you'll need them.
I want to find the thief who took my armor.
Well, for anything stolen near here recently, I would start with Ray. He's an outlaw I found out here a few days ago. Very jumpy. Definitely looking for something.
Where do I find him?
Huh. I don't know. He disappeared off to the northeast. I'm guessing he went back to Tavar. But, hey, I wouldn't rush after him. He's probably sold your armor by now.
I will come with you to Goliath. Lead the way.
Then follow me. And if we lose each other for any reason, you'll find Goliath to the east, at the foot of the mountain. Just look for the light from our mana shrine. You can see that from a good distance away. Oh, and the name's Duras. Pleased to meet you.
Just lead the way.
Very well, and keep up. Keep your eyes open. We're entering the hunting grounds of some of the local wildlife. And neither of us want to end up as Rotboar food. Are you ready to go on? Let's go. We should get moving. Okay. Watch your step. I've never come through this area once without getting attacked.
If it's so dangerous, why do you come out here?
Magalan almost died when the comet hit. A living, breathing planet turned to ash and dust. But the Berserkers are using their magic to bring our world back to life. Just look around you. Edan is the greenest place on Magalan. They need more people. And they offer anyone who comes the same chance to start over. We should move on. One downside of all this plant life is that you can't see the Rotboars coming.
Let's keep going.
All right, then follow me.
What are the ruins over there?
Remnants of the old world. A reminder that the past can be left behind.
Can we find anything useful there?
Maybe. Maybe. A group of clerics came through this area a few days ago. a scouting party reconnoitering Goliath. Well, that was their plan. Instead, they ran into a group of rot boars, got chased into those ruins, and haven't come out.
Maybe they're alive. Haven't you checked?
Checked on the enemy? Yes, well, maybe you're right. We're all allies in the fight against the Alps. But those ruins are dangerous. The rot boars might still be there. Why haven't you joined a faction?
Why did you choose to join the Berserkers and not the clerics?
The clerics follow the god Kalan, who tells them technology will save us all. I don't believe in gods, and I don't think boxes of cables hold all the answers.
Maybe I should join the Outlaws.
Huh. They might call themselves the kings of the desert, but they're just hanging on to survival like the rest of us. And that survival comes at the cost of anyone around them, even their own kind.
Maybe I should join the Albs.
You don't join the Albs. You're born one, or they choose you. That means most people are taken, rejected, and killed horrifically. The survivors are turned into mindless addicts. They might once have been free people like you and me, but Elex has turned them all into emotionless killing machines. Go to Zakor if you want, but all that will await you is misery and death.
I have no interest in factions. I cannot decide whether to join a faction out here. Let's go on.
Well, we have a choice to make. You're short of equipment. We could see if the clerics have left any in the ruins.
You want us to go into the ruins?
That's up to you. But there's a risk to that. So maybe we should just head straight for Goliath. I better warn you that the creatures in there won't take prisoners. It would definitely be safer to bypass them for now. So, what do you think? Shall we risk entering the ruins?
I want to go to Goliath.
Very well, if that's what you wish. Follow me. Are you ready to go on? We should get moving. You're doing well. It's obvious that you've traveled through dangerous territory before.
Do you often find clerics in Edan?
All the factions come here. For intel, for resources. We all take from each other. At least it's just raids from the clerics for now. There have been wars in the past. And it does seem like there are some clerics who want to repeat those mistakes and take us back into open warfare.
Let's go on to Goliath.
Right. Follow me.
You say there were Alps in this area. How long ago was that?
The raider crashed a week ago. It's been quiet since then. Well, apart from the scouting party on the edge of the forest. It feels like something serious is brewing up there in Zakor. And that's bad news for us all. Are you ready to go on? I'll get this one. We should get moving. Let's go. We should get moving. I'll help you. Are you ready to go on? I'll get this one. Let's go. You should be able to make your way on alone from here. You can find supplies and get yourself back on your feet in Goliath. And then, the choice will be yours.
So I can just leave whenever I want.
You should try to get a better weapon and some armor before heading into the wastelands, but that's up to you. Have a look around our community. See what we can offer you.
What happens if you find an Alb here?
They try and kill us, so we kill them. Except the Separatists, a group of Albs that has broken away from Zakor. Maybe they could be allies.
You think the Separatists will help you fight the Albs?
Maybe these Separatists want to join the Free People. Maybe they're just another threat. But I'm sure that together, we can defeat the Albs. But for now, the Separatists are outnumbered, without friends and defiant. They're already finding life is hard out here if you haven't joined one of the factions. That makes them jumpy, so I'd be careful around them. They're suspicious of everyone. Well, we have reached Goliath, but this is only the start of your journey. Look for me once you've settled in. You'll find me up at Warlord Ragnar's stronghold at the top of Goliath.
All technology must be consigned to the past. Take it to the pit. All right, you can stop there. In the name of the Hooded Crows, and with the power invested in me by the warlords of Goliath, I hereby challenge you to state who you are and what you want. You should know that Goliath is eternally vigilant in its search for Albs.
Dura sent me here.
Oh, you're one of Duras's hand-me-ons, are ya? You better think about reporting to Ragnar, or one of the other warlords when you get in then. They'll check you're not an Alb spy. All right. You can go in, but all weapons must remain sheathed. Start anything, and a paladin will turn you to ash faster than you can say, I wish that Duras guy hadn't sent me here. Oh, and don't steal anything, or flash technology around. I don't expect any more or less from you.
Understood.
Good. Then I welcome you in the name of the Berserkers.
Who are the Hooded Crows?
We are the warrior clan of the Berserkers. Our warlord Ragnar, proven in battle, worthy defender of Goliath, leads us as we stand to defend our cause from all who would oppose it, from within or without. We stand as guardians for fairness and justice, equality and order. All who wish to join the Berserkers must answer to Ragnar.
Who is Ragnar?
How can you not have heard of him? Ragnar the Fierce? Ragnar, son of Bajar? He is the highest warlord here in Goliath. Literally, he lives up there in the ruins from the old world.
So, what can I do to earn my stay?
Can you handle a weapon?
Yes.
Then you'll find work. We're short of people since the attacks began.
This place doesn't sound too safe.
Where is? With the Albs looking to tear down this whole world.
You're short of people?
Everyone's lost people to the Albs. Workers, cultivators, warriors. They're all looking for more hands. You'll need to earn your place. But there are tasks for all hands. And the shards to pay for them.
You use shards as money?
What else are you going to use? Everyone uses Elex as money. And don't start on with trying to barter your way with raptor shit. You'll need Elex or decent old world scrap if you want to make a deal.
Tuck, that's all he's ever been.
What are you doing here? Not now. Can I help you?
Everyone seems to have an answer to this war, but I haven't noticed it ending.
What have we here? Welcome to the Berserkers. You want to make it all the way to the top? You must observe our sacred traditions. Most sacred of all, never have an empty glass. Tell me, what brings you here?
Is this your tavern?
It is indeed. Tavern, home from home, resting place for the hard-working man. We offer shelter to all loyal Berserkers. You want something to drink?
It's all the creatures out there. Makes it way too
Someone has
dangerous.
to lead this bunch of slobs.
Just watch out for those damned Albs. There's still some of them out there.
He's never earned an honest shard in his life.
Cook too long and you ruin the porridge. So,
And what is your crime?
What?
I am Warlord Ragnar, patron of this Berserker settlement, while Master Thorold is on pilgrimage. Anyone who commits a crime must answer to me. Emissaries from the other communities also have to speak to me first. So, are you an emissary? Why are you here? Speak.
I am nobody.
Oh, well. You have guts enough to simply stroll in here. So either you are crazy, damn brave, or simply foolish. So you had better think very carefully about your next answer. Again, what exactly do you want here?
I'm looking for work.
You can prove yourself by helping the people of Idan. There is more than enough work to go around. So if you want to be tolerated here, you must follow my rules. These rules are very simple. If you harm the Berserker community, you will pay. If you serve the community, you will receive fair compensation for it. I hope we understand one another. Because if not, you will have to answer to me. Is that clear?
You're the boss.
Yes, correct. The quicker you understand that, the better for you. Heed my advice, and you will find the Berserkers to be good hosts. Is there anything else?
Where can I buy armor like yours?
Ha! You can't simply buy a warlord's armor. You don't even have the rank of a cultivator, let alone that of a warrior. And you want warlord's armor?
Why not?
Slow down, friend. First prove to me that you would be a good cultivator. So, make yourself useful in the city, and we can talk about better armor for you. You shouldn't rely on machines.
You should come with me. See something more than Goliath.
Let's assume I help you out.
Yes?
What kind of special tasks would you have for me?
Special tasks? Why would you figure that I need someone who can do more than just the usual?
Because I see what's going on here.
Is it that obvious that we have some problems here in Goliath?
Yes, it's apparent.
I have to admit I underestimated you. At least you're observant. But it also takes guts to confront me. So you really want to help us out?
Yes.
There are many things to be done. Our people are dedicated, but we still have supply shortages. Food, medicine, machine parts, and other equipment. There are too few cultivators in the fields. Speak to the people here, and they can tell you where your skills are best used. Earn their trust, and you may earn mine. And if you're planning to join us, then I will have a very special task for you. A lot of people come to me, looking to join us, to climb the ranks. You look like you have ambition. If you earn my trust, you'll go far here.
You said something about a special job if I want to join you.
Correct. Then listen well. You must have sensed it out there, that things are changing, that something is happening. If we are going to survive and prosper, if we're to stand a chance against the Alps, I need to know what's going on there. That's where you come in. I need information about the other factions. Any information would be useful, but if you could bring me a report from the fort in Tavar, that would be very useful. So, be it the Outlaws, a trip to the Dome City in Abessa, or word from the clerics in Ignodon, I need information. Bring me a report from at least 2 cities.
That's a lot to ask.
You know your way around the wastelands. You've survived out there. So you have the skills I need. Plus, you aren't one of us, so you can blend in better with the other people. So if you want to join us, get going. The journey will have dangers, but if you stick to the path, you should reach the other cities alive. So, what will it be? Will you prove yourself? Impress me, and you will earn not just Elexit, but favor, promotion, honor. We don't trust the secrets of our magic to just anyone. If you want such rewards, you need to earn them.
About my support. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
You seem to take this seriously. That's good. Since I can't pass off my duties onto you, you will have to make yourself useful in another way. The cultivators are constantly bothering me with their requests. That needs to stop. Oh, and Erdor hasn't sent back any reports from the World Heart lately. Find out if he's all right, and if he needs anything. As you can see, there's always something to do here.
Where is the World Heart?
To the south of Goliath, down the path. Chances are he's just busy tending to it. But I don't want to leave that to chance. We cannot afford for anything bad to happen to it.
Another one? I swear if security had been this lax in the days of Eric Eisenfaust, we'd all be clerics. What are you seeking here, stranger? Safety? A new start? Meaning? All those things can be offered to those who accept our laws.
Who are you?
My name is Angram. It is my duty, along with the other warlords, to ensure the laws are kept and the Berserker Way preserved. We offer protection to those from outside who understand that Edan is working to help Magalan. Stick to the laws, respect our ways, and you will find Goliath welcoming. Break the laws, show contempt, and punishment will follow. You will have a fair chance here if you understand that.
What are you doing with that technology? Take it to the pit.
That's more of a reason. If we keep doing the same things, this war won't end. Ah, incomer. It would be good to talk later and hear your news. Someone has to do something. Doing the same thing again and again, it's insane.
But what can be done that the warlords haven't done already?
We can take a risk. Isn't it more important that we win this war rather than how we win it? Come with me. I need someone to watch my back when I go look for some supplies. And I know I can trust you.
I can't leave. Stormson, Caldron is counting on me. And there are so many wounded.
you patch them up, I want to give people a chance to fight back. If I can pull this off, you will have fewer wounded to worry about. Why are people so blind? How can they stare at the same thing as you and yet see something so differently?
You think everyone should think the same way?
No, but if something is so obvious, why can't people see it? We're losing this war. Our enemies can see it, we can see it.
So, why won't anyone do anything about it?
It's not like there isn't a solution out there, a way we can win. But people stick to their old ways and new thinking be damned.
If you say so.
There's no point saying unless you're prepared to do. If you stay here, incomer, you'll have to keep your views out there. I think Goliath's walls have narrowed the opinions of everyone who lives here.
People are afraid of that.
Are you in need of medical supplies? It'll take time to prepare them, I'm afraid. With all the fighting, we haven't any stocks left.
Do you help everyone who asks?
It is a healer's duty, especially in these times of war. And it is needed, bitterly, which is what I have heard from everyone we picked up. Terrible. I wish I could offer aid to all those in need. But it seems not even our magic helps us keep up with supplies.
You must hear a lot about what's going on.
I don't need to hear. I get to see the results. The magic the Albs are using is so destructive. Somehow they're managing to use pure Elex, and it makes me fear for our warriors.
It's more powerful than Berserker magic?
It's more destructive. With the damage it's causing, I can't believe it isn't tearing the Albs apart too. It must hurt them.
Hurt? Yes. But they're trained to reject emotions and feelings.
Yes. They say Elex makes machines of men, but I have heard there are Albs who have escaped their addiction. I wish I could meet one. Knowing what they feel might help me assist others to overcome their addiction.
What do you know about Elex withdrawal?
I met an Alb separatist. He was brought in as a prisoner. His external wounds weren't so bad, but internally, emotionally, he was trying to cope with all those withdrawal symptoms, and at the same time he was rediscovering his emotions. All that pain, all that confusion.
What happened to him? Where is he?
He died. It was all just too much. I wish I could have learned more from him. If he could leave, so could others. Maybe that could offer hope to us all.
Just go and sleep on it.
I don't have the shard, so that's not gonna happen.
If they don't take action, we're all in trouble.
Later, all right?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Well, if that's what they're saying.
Don't even think about stealing something, got it?
I'll catch up with you again later.
What news from the fields?
You hear Yora's still looking for volunteers to go up to the converter?
Good luck to him. I don't know anyone who's going to risk that journey in a hurry.
You hear an outlaw's been spotted up around the main gate?
You're the second person to tell me that today.
Yeah? Do you know if Ragnar sent out a search party yet?
Oh yeah. Ragnar's always popping in here to let me know his plans. Treats me like a brother.
We're getting the seedlings in. I think the next few crops should go well.
Stop using that here. This is no place for technology.
I don't even want to know.
So, you decided to stick around. Well, I've been given a job by Warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you, if you want to stay around for longer.
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things here. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Goliad a few months ago. A rather dedicated berserker named Askor was killed. There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up and find the murderer.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and see what they have to say?
Tell me about the victim.
His name was Askor. He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Askor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone. And it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Askor's body rotting up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome him, but clumsy. They didn't find anything on Askor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things I won't.
What kind of logic is that?
To be honest, I think this is a dead-end job. But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Askor, and he wants answers. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so chances are it was an Alb, an outlaw, or a Reaver. But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these suspects off the list and give them some closure.
Is this why you brought me to Goliath? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Goliath to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord on your side.
Does Ragnar think a berserker murdered Askor?
Askor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then it must be someone who was outside the walls at the time of the crime. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but Ragnar will have his reasons.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out what happened. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, he might let this go. And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and you'll get the proof.
What do you want me to ask them?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime was committed. What they thought of Askor. I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but you'll get a sense of the men, and then you can report back to me so we can close the case.
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you've discovered something.
Will the suspects talk to me?
Tell them you're investigating on Ragnar's orders. They'll answer your questions. Let me know if you need help. Remember, my sword belongs to you.
Who are the suspects?
A group of people who were out there in the forest at the time of the murder. First on the list is Baron. He's a guard. Well, he's supposed to be a guard. As far as I know, he doesn't have an alibi. But I think the only real reason he's on the list is because he knew Askor when he was younger. Then there's Thorgal. He's in charge of a world heart in Abessa. I have no idea why Ragnar would put him on the list. Maybe just to be complete. Third is Garen, a hunter. He was reliable, but he seems to have lost heart in himself. There's something troubling him. Last are Irdor and Rock. Rock I can't get a handle on. There's something he's not happy about. Irdor is still wet behind the ears. A bit of a whiner, but seems to care about his job. They were all outside Goliath at the time of the murder.
Wait. One moment.
What now?
Seeing as you're looking to settle down here, you'll be needing to make friends, won't you? So, friend, why don't you head down to the tavern and bring me something back?
You're going to get drunk on guard duty?
It'll take more beer than you can carry to go to my head. Come on, I'm stuck here. Least you can do is get me a pint.
What do you want from the tavern?
Beer. Water, hops, barley. That touch of genius. Nectar of the gods. Ah, now I really need a drink.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
I can never tell if you're being serious.
I brought your beer.
Ah, that's what I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give the word and you'll never get in here.
I don't want trouble.
Good. I thought you might see sense. And seeing as you played by the rules, I'll put in a word for you with the boss man himself, Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows. You need pledges if you want promotion, and we need reliable people in our clan. Of course, giving you my word would be a pretty big favor. So if I did that, I'd probably need a favor in return. Say, in the form of shards.
Your word is worthless, asshole.
If mine is worthless, imagine how little yours counts for. For instance, no one's gonna listen to anything you say after I've beaten 7 shades of crap out of you right here.
was my last pick. That didn't work. nothing to do?
What? Who are you? Who goes there?
I need to ask you about Ascor's murder.
I can't tell you anything about that. Not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down like me. Ambition only gets you dead. He should have picked his spot and stayed there. Why are you interested in that? Really?
Tell me what you do know about the murder.
Me? I only know what people are saying. That they thought Ascor had run away, but he hadn't. He'd been murdered somewhere out in the forest. I was out here at the time, on guard duty.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone who can give you an alibi?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alva, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Magda. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. Very lonely out here. So no, I have no alibi.
You look quite strong for somebody who's just standing around all day.
Maybe. And?
Have you been trained to use that sword?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive out here if I couldn't use it?
Ascor's body was found near here. Did you see it?
No. I know where he was found. But no, I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't see him. I wouldn't want to remember him like that. My duties keep me here most of the time. So I stay looking after my girls, the trees, making sure they stay safe.
Where do you go when you do get away?
Nearby. Not Goliad, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay out here these days.
Where nearby?
The lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to relax. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a good place to let your worries just drift away.
Did you know Ascor well?
Since we were old enough to crawl, our parents were friends. We grew up like brothers. I hope you find who did it.
Maybe you did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Well, why would I kill him? He was my friend.
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this, like you want to find out who did it. You should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friends.
Your friend Ascor, what kind of man was he?
Well, he wasn't a simple guy. He was my friend. Our parents were friends. We basically grew up as brothers. But he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes, well, made him an ass. Listen, it doesn't matter. Just forget what I said.
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone's way.
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a troll's ass about promotion.
Are you a guard?
Stop asking questions and answer them. Who are you?
You're lucky I'm not an enemy.
Well, you know, it's not like the elves are going to attack these trees, is it? If there's one thing the elves know we got a lot of, it's trees. And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not going to run away while I'm asleep, are they? Did Master Thorold send you? Is there something important? Because if not, just go, okay?
What makes you think Thorold the Pilgrim sent me?
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. I wondered if he was still keeping an eye on me. Still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his magic. I hope it does save us. And while he's away, I have my peace and quiet out here.
What do you know about Thorold's retreat?
Not much. It said that he is working on a plan to stop the elves. It's something huge that would change the war in all of Magalan. You think it? It happens. The elves are screwed. Just like that. No idea what it is, though. But nobody is really allowed to talk about it. Well, then nobody even really understands what he's doing anyway.
Where is Pilgrim Thorvald?
Well, that is confidential. Meaning, if anyone actually knows, no one is actually saying. Maybe he will figure out how to rob the elves of their magical strength, at least. Then good, honest warriors could go back to sleeping in nice, comfortable beds.
Now there's a future that Magellan should be fighting for.
Kill that mangy brute! Ooh.
Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed round the world, Hart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah. Normally the only people to come out here are albs, or outlaws. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the world, Hart, here?
That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with him? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Hart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I didn't want to do it. This was a sentence. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
How safe is the World Heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the World Heart? That it's okay? He should know we're still working, even though the patrols aren't coming to check. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce. But gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special. Just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
I'll see what I can do.
Please, just don't forget. I can't farm, fight, and bring in supplies. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
Supplies from?
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes, we'll get something from passing hunters. But you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more Alb attacks and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
Why plant the World Heart out here where it's in danger?
You don't understand much about our ways, do you?
So tell me.
We're changing the world with them. Wherever you plant a World Heart, it extracts the Elex from the ground, pulls the poison out of the soil. It makes the soil come back to life. Lets Magellan's nature return to it. So whenever we plant a World Heart, life follows. The more we plant, the more of Magellan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this around us, is because of the World Heart.
So where do the World Hearts come from?
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first Berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on Elex rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating them.
What do you mean the Albs don't register the World Heart?
They don't come here. They bypass it, keeping their distance. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating Elex, and they sort of want all the Elex, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that, and they want to stay healthy.
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him, people talked about him, but I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Ascor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it, and from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword, and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground. Stop messing with that weapon. And finally you're reasonable.
Let's finish these animals.
Put the
Hey,
now you're making sense.
What are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day's walk. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat and attract everything that wants to make a meal of you.
I don't know these forests.
That's as plain as a horny troll in your sleeping sack. You'd better learn quick if you want to stay alive. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter, maybe you'd like to buy some goods from me.
What do you have to trade? You're a hunter?
Yeah, I found my place. This is where I belong, with nature and for nature. I want nothing to do with Goliath.
Why not?
Too much talking, too much bullshit. Out here, peace. But you look like a talker. Is that why you're here? To talk?
A berserker was killed. The body was found in the forest.
The forest is a dangerous place.
The berserker who was murdered was called Asgore. Did you know him?
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot boar shit.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk shit. I don't talk shit.
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here away from small talk and politics.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. Learn that, and you will live longer. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures.
You didn't like Ascor.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit won't be missed.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Ascor. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the raptors.
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am? I'm always here in the forest.
What are you hunting?
Whatever I find. You can't be too picky if you want to hit Goliath's quota and feed yourself. You won't catch anyone in Goliath roasting a rot boar. They're missing good meat.
Teach me something.
Sure.
Who are you?
I am Leonard. Berserker, prospective hunter, and apprentice. At least I will be if Master Garin will teach me.
You're learning to be a hunter?
I'm an apprentice. Do you have any hunting experience?
I'm learning how to survive out here.
Master Garin says that life begins when the bow comes alive in your hand. And you'll become dead if you can't learn to make your bow come alive. That's the most he says, but normally with some swearing. Maybe you can learn something from him.
You don't hunt together then?
We have, but last time we went out, I made too much noise. We were attacked by raptors. He let me try and shoot the pack leader, but I dropped my bow.
You dropped your bow?
I know. We were moving. I stumbled. Then it was too late. We had to run. Master Garen's not really spoken to me since.
You lost your bow?
Yes, I wasn't going to stay there unarmed. I ran.
So, get another bow.
Garen, Master Garen, won't let me have one. He says I have to make one. And he's not taught me how to make one. I need my old one back. How can I hunt without a bow? Make a new one? Where would I even start?
And you want me to get it?
Would you? Would you bring me my bow?
I never said that.
But would you think about it? Please. Please, will you help me? I can pay you if you do.
Where did you lose your bow?
Everything happened so fast, I can't really remember the exact spot. In any case, it was to the north, by the cliffs below, under Goliath.
That's a lot of ground to search.
Yeah, but at least the raptors have moved on. They followed us, so they're not around there anymore. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know.
I will find your bow.
If you do that, you will have my eternal thanks. And I will also give you a few shards in addition to my portion from the hunt. Oh, and this needs to stay between us. I don't want Garen to learn about it. He'll get over it when I have my bow back. But if he hears in advance, he'll try and talk you out of it.
Ugh.